Girls, welcome to day 3 of our online journey. So today, for materials, you're going to need your pen or pencil. You are going to need your packet for week 1, day 3. Make sure it says Wednesday, April the 1st. You will also need to access some books online. So let me show you how to get there. So open your Teams. On Teams, I want you to go to, remember, we're doing ELA. You go to ELA, and it's going to be under Files. Under Files, you will be able to find the text. We are using 2 texts for today. We're going to be using this one, Understanding Greek Myths. Once you click on it, you will be able to see it here. So you can always access that as we are reading. So let me go back. Today our objective is students will be able to find the main idea of a section. Your turn and go. Remember, boys and girls, our essential question is the one we answer at the end of the module with a essay. What can we learn from myths and stories? Our focusing question we will be answering in lesson 7. What are myths and why do people create them? Remember, myths were created by people to explain why and how things happen. And our content framing question we will be answering today is what is happening on pages 4 through 9 in Understanding Greek Myths. So remember, today we're going to be using pages 4 and 9 of Understanding Greek Myths. Let's go over our key points, the what and the how. So what, we are going to find the main idea of a section. Remember, section is only part of the story. How are we going to do that? We are going to ask who or what, ask what about it. We're going to look for repeated words, and we are going to find the supporting details. Okay.
And number 2, in paragraph 5, what is the section titled Myth, Fable, or Legend mostly about? Remember, a section is part of the story. So we're going to go and open our textbook. And remember, boys and girls, we are talking about an informational text. It gives us information, it gives us facts. And we are going to scroll down. We are going to go down to page. So we can see to the table of contents. We're going to go to page 4. And page 4 is going to be all about what are myths. So what are myths and why did the ancient Greeks tell them? Remember, they're going to tell me how and why. How the myths influence Greek civilization and how they relate to the modern world. So boys and girls, what page should I be going to get to that section? What are myths? So page 4. So we're going to go ahead and scroll down all the way to page 4. And this is page 4 because you could see it right there in the little corner in case you need to go back. And the title of this section is What Are Myths About? So remember, boys and girls, what is this section going to be about? It's going to tell me what they are. So I'm going to start reading and you're going to start tracking. So people have always tried to figure out why the world is the way it is. In ancient Greece, people looked for answers as to why Earth had hills and valleys, where different animals came from, and how humans should behave. To explain these things, they told many myths. So boys and girls, so what are myths? They were invented or told to explain why and how things happen. Remember that section, what is it mostly about? A who or what and what about it. Let's go ahead and go to paragraph 2. A myth is a narrative that often includes great heroes, supernatural beings, gods and goddesses, and monsters. At first, these tales were passed down from one generation of people to the next by word of mouth as stories, songs, and poems. Around 2,800 years ago, the Greek alphabet was invented and the myths were written down. Some of the Greek myths we know today were found in the epic poems, the Iliad and the Odyssey, written by a poet named Homer. So boys and girls, notice at my 2 bold prints, supernatural, what does that mean? A myth must include what? A great hero, which is supernatural, right? It could be a god, goddess, or monster. Look at the word generation. That is also a bold print. What does generation mean? So it is word of mouth. So your great-grandmother told your grandmother a story, your grandmother told your mom a story, your mom told you a story, and eventually you will tell your children. That is generation. It keeps going down, word of mouth. I want you to also notice the word epic. So what does it mean by epic? That means that they were the poems that were told. Next section is called Creation of the Gods. In Greek myths, forces of nature were seen as gods who had faces and names. But the gods did not live in the same rules as humans. The Greeks prayed to the gods. They built temples and held festivals to keep them happy so they would not get angry and cause disaster. So boys and girls, what are the humans doing to make the gods and goddesses happy? Look what it says. They prayed, they held festives to keep them happy, and they also had faces and names. Next section. Pictures of the characters in the myths and their deeds were also used to decorate Greek vases, pots, and coins. Many famous mythical heroes and beasts were also carved into beautiful statues that decorated temples and other religious buildings. Walls were coated with plaster and painted to make frescoes showing the gods and goddesses at work and play, as well as the small tiles of different colors were laid down in patterns to create images on the floor. So they are being honored, boys and girls. So I want you to notice this section. So I want you to notice, boys and girls, do you have a who or what and what about it? So you have a what? The gods, what about them? They were honored with beautiful statues and they were decorated the temples. I want you to look at this section, myth, fable, or legend. Boys and girls, what is this section going to be about? It's going to be talking about myths, fable, or legend. Let me start reading and you will be tracking. Myths, legends, and fables were all traditional stories, but each one is a little different. Legends were stories that were supposed to take place in history, with bits added to make them more interesting. The sinking of the city of Atlantis is a well-known ancient Greek legend. Fables are stories told to teach us a lesson or a moral. Oh, remember those words, boys and girls, for the synonym for lesson or moral? Theme or message. Good job. The Boy Who Cried Wolf is a fable by the Greek writer Aesop to teach us not to exaggerate. Look at that word, exaggerate. So the author is trying to make a point that a fable does what? It exaggerates. Let's go back to our text-dependent questions. I want you to notice number 2. In page 5, what is the section titled Myth, Fable, or Legend mostly about? I need you to pause the screen. Remember, you can go back to the book. And I need you to choose an answer, boys and girls. So is it the similarities between myths, fables, or legends? Is it the exaggeration between a fable and a myth? Differences between myths, fables, and legends? Or the different types of genres? So boys and girls, make sure you choose your answer. So the correct answer is C, the differences between myths, fables, and legends. Let's go read number 1. Number 1 is in page 5. What is paragraph 1 mostly about? So boys and girls, we do need to go back. Remember, you can pause at any time. You can have your own text in front of you. So is it about ancient Greece? Why myths exist? Looking for answers, or the myths told? Boys and girls, don't forget to pause your video, write down your answer, and we will check it back. Okay, boys and girls, so the correct answer is B, why myths exist. Remember that section when it was labeled? So, yes. Okay, let's go down to the textbook and we're going to continue reading. So, right here, I notice there is a graphic feature, let's see what it says. So, the goddess Titus gave her son Achilles his armor so that he could avenge the death of his best friend, Patroclus. And then it's telling us to go to page 21 to know more information on Achilles. So, it's a myth. We're not going to be reading that yet. However, I do want to concentrate on this. Nike was the winged goddess of victory and sometimes associated with Athena, the goddess of war. So, boys and girls, I know you've heard the name of Nike before. What does it remind you of when you hear the word Nike? It reminds you of shoes, right? So Do you think Nike is trying to persuade you to buy their shoes because you're going to be victorious? If you buy their shoes, maybe you can run faster. So think about it. Right now we are making a connection between text and society. Why do you think Nike chose the word Nike? So linked to today, we're also going to make a connection here. So look what it says. Many companies use names and characters from Greek myths. FTD Florists use the image of Hermes, the message God as a symbol, and how they can deliver flowers around the world. Sports company Nike is named after the goddess of victory, known for her speed. So boys and girls, if she's known for her speed, why does Nike want you to buy their shoes? They want you to have speed. Good job. Okay, so you are going to read page 6 by yourself, and it is titled Ancient Greece. You will have to know some of this text for the next question. You will also read page 7, which starts with a map. And then you're going to scroll down page 8. And you're going to go all the way to page 9. And it's going to talk about Heracles. So let's keep going. So boys and girls, remember, what pages are you reading by yourself? So you're going to read page 7, 8, and 9 by yourself. So, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So let's go back to our handout. Make sure you're on week 1, day 3, turn it over. Okay, boys and girls, so we already know it's going to be about Raymond and the cow. How can we change that? How can we synonym? We can do person and animal. So now we need to do the genre. So let's see. I see some, what is that called? Quotations. I mean, someone is having a dialogue. They're speaking. They're saying something. So I see that. And then I also see a character. His name is Raymond. So I have dialogue and I have a character. So boys and girls, what is the genre of this? Literary is correct. So let's start. I'm going to start reading and you're going to keep tracking. Please be careful on the way, Raymond, said Mother. So sell the cows as soon as you can and come back home. I'll need you to cut some more wood. It is going to get cold again tonight. Your grandfather needs to stay warm. Here's a lunch pail to tide you over until you get home. It isn't much, but it's all we have until you sell the cow. So remember, boys and girls, who is my main character? Raymond. Okay, what is he going to do? What does he have to do? So he needs to, and remember, if it's literary, how do we think? Fast. Remind me what fast means? Feelings, action, said, and thought. So let's go back. What do we need to underline? Remember, feelings is anything he's feeling. Action is something he does. Said is something he talks. And thinking is anything that we know it's inside of his head. So let's see. What can we underline from paragraph 1? What is a feeling? What is an action? What is a said? And what is a thought? So I know that he has to sell a cow. Okay. He needs to come back home. After he comes back home, he needs to cut some wood. And, why? It says he's going to get a lunch. I'm sorry, it's going to get cold again. So why does he have to cut wood? Because it's going to get cold, right? And then he was only given, look what it says. Here's a lunch pail to tide over till you get home. It's not much. So boys and girls, can we infer that the mother gave him a big lunch or a small lunch? We can infer it's probably a small lunch, right? Because look what it says. It isn't much. It's all we have until you sell the cow. So I know Raymond needs to sell the cow. So remember, in literary, we have to do something very important. So we have a total of 7 paragraphs divided by 3. Boys and girls, why do we do 3? BME. And it's going to be 2 remainder 1. It's okay if the last section has an extra paragraph. It's okay. Let's start paragraph 2. Okay, Ma, said Raymond. I'll get home as soon as I can. Tomorrow I'll go back to the market and get some food and seeds for the fields. Look at that, boys and girls. I now have a setting. So if he's going to get seeds for the fields, what is the setting of this? Is it a home? Is it a school? So it's outside, right? Look what it says. Tomorrow, he's going to go to the market. He's going to get some food and seeds for the fields. So before we do our hashtag, let's see everything we've underlined. He needs to sell a cow. He needs to be back home. He needs to cut more wood. It's going to get cold again. He only got a little bit of lunch, and tomorrow he's going to go to the market to get food and seed. Boys and girls, you can press pause now so that you can do your own hashtag, and then we're going to compare hashtag based on everything we have underlined. So pause now. Okay, so based on everything I have underlined, I have decided to go with needs to sell cow. That seems to be very important in order for them to get food and so they can get seeds to pound in the fields. Okay, let's go to the middle. Okay, boys and girls, so I'm going to challenge you to do the same thing by yourself in the middle. Underline very important words. Remember, think about how Raymond is feeling. What are his actions? What is he saying? And do we know what he's thinking? So pause the video now, and then we're going to compare with you underline and your hashtag. So pause it now. Okay, boys and girls, so I underlined he tied the rope and then he shuffled. Remember, he's trying to go sell the cow. He's hungry, so he had to stop and eat. And he continued his journey. However, something happened. Near the village, he saw a poor old man, and it seems like everyone was ignoring the poor old man. So what Raymond did was he was very kind, and he gave the man the rest of his lunch, and he could still the man as he was leaning. Remember, it's ringing in his ears. I mean that he can still hear the poor old man begging. So I put hashtag shared food. So he shared his food. So boys and girls, we're going to do the exact same thing to the end. We will compare our hashtags and our underline very important things. So pause the video now so you can do the end by yourself. Okay, boys and girls, so what I did is I did underline, he sold, he pocketed the money, then he saw the old man actually again. And the old man was shivering, remember, it was cold. So what he did is Raymond did an action. He picked up the old man, he carried him back to his village. Of course, he had to leave him. And then later, something happened at the end that was very great. So he got the most wonderful gifts. He had a lot of chopped wood. There was 3 cows. He got gifts. He was able to fix their home. So I put hashtag generosity. Who do you think was generous to Raymond? The poor old man, right? So he was very generous to him. So boys and girls, we are going to go ahead and look at our question. So this is your question, and it says, what is the theme of the selection? Give me a synonym for the word theme. So if you said lesson, message, moral, or theme, you are 100% correct. You can also write down LMMT. Remember, this is something that the author wants you to know. He didn't tell you, but after reading the selection, this is something that you should apply in real life. And then the word selection. Is it a section or the whole story? So it means the whole story, right? And don't forget to write text says. That is your text evidence. So the author gave you little clues to help you understand the lesson of this story. So boys and girls, press pause and we will compare answers. Okay, boys and girls, so don't forget to circle your verbs. So for lesson, message, moral, theme, something the author told me was that he helped an old man and gave him his food. This is all the clues that I got from the whole selection, the beginning, the middle, and the end. Once I went to my answer choices, I saw that one of them said nothing is ever free. But boys and girls, did the author ever talk about anything being free? No. How about hard work is good for you? Helping an old man, does that mean it's hard work? No. Is it that helping others can help you? Is this story about helping others? Well, maybe, right? Because The author gave me some suggestions that he helped an old man and he gave him his food. And then D, be watchful of your friends. Boys and girls, the story ever talk about friends? Which word do I know is out that tells me that is not my answer? The word friends, right? So I hope you already chose your answer and we're going to compare answers now. So the correct answer, boys and girls, is H. Helping others can help you. Remember, who helped him in the end? The old man, right? Okay, I'm going to zoom out and now I'm going to show you what you need to submit for today's independent and exit ticket. So flip the page. You're going to be working on page 12. Page 12, it says independent. And then flip it over. You're going to go to page 13. Exit ticket. So what pages do you go to? You go to page 12 and 13. Now, let me show you on Teams where you need to submit your independent and exit ticket. So remember, you're in ELA, you go to General, and then you go to Assignments, and let that load. And then you're going to go to Wednesday. So Wednesday independent and exit ticket, click on that. I'm going to show you what it looks like. So if you're using a computer, this is what it's going to look like. And boys and girls, you're going to have page 12 and then page 13. I did put some instructions. Make sure to complete your work prior to submitting your answers, boys and girls. Nobody should be submitting answers without the annotations I just reminded you about. You need to have annotations, no exceptions. If you are doing it in your mobile phone or a tablet, it will look like this, page 12 and 13. Remember, you do your work and then you come and choose your answer. Okay, boys and girls, so that is it for today's lesson. Remember, ELA, General, Assignments, and then Wednesday. Okay, boys and girls, I wanted to tell you that I am very happy for all your hard work. You're doing amazing. I know you're getting the hang of Teams. Trust me, I am also getting the hang of it, but I am getting better as I practice. Remember, if you have any questions, go to Teams, send me a message, and I will respond to you. Make sure you send me a private message so that I can respond to you individually and I don't lose your message. You are doing awesome. You guys are being risk takers by doing something we've never done before, and you're doing amazing. Take care, wash your hands, and I'll see you soon. Bye.